All right, hello math application students. We're doing the next lesson, sequences, arithmetic graphs, and tables. All right, so far we've been using this as our general equation for finding a term, right? You've got your first term plus the amount of your common difference depending on which term you're trying to figure out. Okay, let's figure out this. Here we got this, given this equation here, let's complete the table. So if n is equal to 1, I got 1 minus 1. This term is going to be 0, right? So then we end up with 12 plus 0. This is going to be 12. Okay, now if n is 2, then I've got in parentheses 2 minus 1, which is going to give me 1. 1 plus 1 times 8 is 8, and 12 plus 8 gives me 20. Now if n is 3, we end up with 3 minus 1, which is 2, and 2 times 8 is 16, and 16 plus 12 is 28. Okay, and then the next one, same process. 3 times 8 gives me 24, and 24 plus 12 is 36. Okay, so what is the value of d? The value of d is the amount it's increasing, and it's also this number here, so the value of d is equal to 8. And you can see in this equation, this matches up with this on our equation, and this is going to be in your formula packet. Okay, so if we graph this, basically as we go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Now n represents the number of the term. You're never going to have a decimal for n. You're going to go up 1 term, 2 terms, 3 terms, 4 terms. You're not going to go up 1.5 terms. Just think of it that way. When you're counting the number of people in the room, are you going to have a decimal? No. Same thing with the number of terms. It's going to be an integer. Okay, so the graph. The first number is at 12. The next one is at 20. The next one is 28. And the next one is 36. So you'll be able to more carefully graph on the math space, but the thing is you're going to notice that if we describe this shape, it makes a straight line. Okay, and when we do our examples for when we go beyond arithmetic, the shape will not be a straight line, it'll be something different. We'll talk about that then. Okay, so let's look at this next example. You're given a table and you want to find the common difference. So if I want to find the common difference, you can see, well, how much is this increasing by? By 10, right? If I add 10 to 16, we're going to get 26. So the common difference is equal to 10. Okay. All right. So write an expression for the general term. Okay, so we can use the formula that we've got back here. Tn equals T1 plus n minus 1d. So we're going to do, I'm just going to rewrite it. Tn equals T1 plus n minus 1d. Okay, and I'm going to substitute d with 10, right? And t sub 1 is the initial value, and our initial value is 6. So we just replace what we've got, and we've got our general formula. T sub n equals 6 plus n minus 1 times 10. Okay, and then finally, if they ask me to find the 10th term, we're going to plug in, guess what, in for n? 10. So now we're going to go ahead and do that. So we get T sub n equals 6 plus 10 minus 1 times 10. All right, that's going to give me 6 plus 9 times 10, which which is 6 plus 90, which is 96. Okay. I forgot, they might ask you to do this a little differently. They might want you to do distributive property with the 10. They might want you to say t sub n equals 6 plus 10n minus 10. What I did was I did distributive property. 10 times n gives me 10n, 10 times negative 1 gives me minus 10, and then I can combine 6 and negative 10, which would give me negative 4 plus 10n. I don't remember if they want the answer like this or like this. You'll find out when you do the math space assignment. Okay, one more example. What if the table of information they give you looks like this? Okay, well, you can tell this is increasing by how much? 24 minus 6, this value is plus 18, right? Plus 18, plus 18. Is the common difference 18? No. So this is increasing. Notice here it's 1, 3, 5, 7. So from 1 to 2 to 3, if I have 6 here and 24 here, from here to here is 18. So this is going to be half of that, right? So what's half of 18? 9, right? So from here to here it should be plus 9, and from here to here it should be plus 9, right? So 6 plus 9 is 15, right? So, and then if I add 15 plus 9, I'm going to get 24. So my D, the common difference, is equal to 9. Okay, because to get to the next value, we're adding 9. Here, it goes 1, 3, 5, 7. They skipped the 1 in the middle here. Okay, so write an expression for the general term. Once again, we used what we did on the other side. T sub n equals T1 plus n minus 1 times D. All right, our first term is 6. The next term, the common difference is 9. Okay. Once again, they may ask you to simplify, which would we do distributive property with the 9. Minus 9. And then combine the 6 and the negative 9, and we get negative 3 plus 9n. You might notice, if I switched this and rewrote it, just t sub n equals 9n minus 3. Doesn't that look like y equals mx plus b? Ooh. This might remind you of a straight line, and our graph that we did on the previous page was a straight line. Good luck with your homework.